Bob is in Minneapolis. Hey, Bob, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, Dave. So my question is, I came across this opportunity to buy a multi-family apartment building
Cool.
in a prime location. I'm very tight with my money, and I'm constantly trying to come up with different ways to make more money aside from my full-time job as a licensed electrician.
Mm-hmm.
The only debt I have is on my house, with $75,000 more to go.
Mm-hmm.
The price of the apartment will range anywhere from $1 million to $1.5. The bank has approved me and my partner on this deal and is contingent on the rent roll. I know you guys like to pay cash for things, and so do I. We only have about 10 to 15% for a down payment. I'm just an average guy that makes $75,000 a year and really want another source of income. Do you think this is too much debt to take on? Also, if you were me, how would you tackle this process if I were to go through with this deal?
Okay.
And we plan on using the positive cash flow to pay down the debt
Mm-hmm. Okay.
on that pretty aggressively.
Mm-hmm.
Couple things on top of that.
Well, I can stop you, okay? I'll stop.
Okay, yep.
Let me just stop you. You gave me enough information, and here's the thing: you got the fever really, really bad,
Yep.
and I've had the fever. How old are you?
27.
Okay. I was 28 when I filed bankruptcy from doing deals like this.
Okay.
Exactly like this. And
Uh-oh.
this deal is a bad idea. It's a bad idea because you're going to have a partner, and you don't need a partner, number one. It's a bad idea because you're going to get in trouble with a partner, and he's going to leave, and then you're going to be left holding the whole bag. Or he's going to start doing drugs, and you're going to be left doing the whole bag. Or he's going to get a divorce and move to Montana, and you're going to be left holding the whole bag. Or whatever happens to stupid butt partners, you're going to learn the hard way. The only ship that won't sail is a partnership. The second thing is that mathematically, when you've leveraged this thing as high as you've leveraged it, dude, you got no wiggle room here. If you get a 20% vacancy, this thing will bankrupt you. It won't carry itself because it won't service the debt. You got to keep it completely full and operating like a maniac with a 15% down, an 85% leverage position, 85% loan to value. You can't keep this thing cash flowing. So no, you're not a buyer for this. This is not an opportunity for you. This is a nightmare. I don't know if I can talk you out of it because you've got the fever so bad. I can feel the heat coming off your forehead.
I know. I feel like I need to do something.
You
know?
don't. Yeah, you don't. But don't do something desperate and stupid, okay? Because this has got so many red flags on it. Now, someday I want you to own some rental property that you pay cash for. I did deals like this. I owned $3 million worth, and when I was 28, I was bankrupt with a brand new baby, a toddler, and a marriage hanging on by a thread. I don't want that for you. And you're not just an average guy making $75,000. You're a guy that makes $75,000, and you're 27 years old, and you've got the ability to earn some money, build some wealth, and own some paid-for real estate in the future. And then it won't own you, and you won't have a partner screwing up your life. And I don't know if there's any amount of words I can say while I have you on the phone to keep you from doing this, but if I could say them, I would right now. So there is no equation under which, if I were you, I would do this. Your mathematics are out of whack on this. You don't know what the flip you're doing. I own hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate, and believe me, you have vacancy, you have legal costs, you have people that don't pay and you have to remove them, you have people that beat their wife and you have to remove them because they're in jail. You have all this crap that happens when you own a multifamily like this, and the heat and air goes out and it's $25,000 and you don't have any money. And then the roof starts leaking. And then Codes comes by and says, that way you did the parking lot? I didn't do the parking lot. The last owner did. Doesn't matter. You got to spend $60,000 redoing that, or we're going to shut the whole freaking place down. Oh, by the way, your electric meter that you've got on this thing, it's now antiquated, and the electrician says he won't work on it because it's dangerous. Oh, that's going to be $26,000. See, this is the crap that they don't tell you about when they say your renters are going to pay it off for you. Your renters aren't going to pay it off for you. You're going to pay it off, or you're going to go bankrupt in the process of trying to hold on this thing. So, hope I said enough.
Well, I'll hold my beer, Dave. There's the math consequences here. Let me tell you what else is going to happen. You're not going to sleep. You're not going to sleep for years because that brain that is so desperate to get a second income, is also going to be the same brain that's going to recognize you are no longer safe. You are no longer in control of your destiny. If you get laid off, everything collapses. Your relationships are going to suffer. Don't do this. You're worth more. You're worth a non-anxious life, man, and this is not it.
Jared is with us in Detroit. Hi, Jared. How are you?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call. It is a snowy day up here. So,
Whoa!
Absolutely. I've been listening to you guys for about the last year or so on a regular basis. I'm a 31-year-old bachelor who's also the primary provider and caregiver for my two parents. Right before COVID hit, I had a student loan debt of $48,000 or so, and I'm getting ready to pay that off here at the end of the month. So 23 months, get that all cleared up. So my main question is, what would be the next best step, given that, I'm living with mom and dad and helping take care of them in this time that they need, as well as trying to
tell me about that.
Yeah, so just some chronic health issues with both of them, financial issues with them, and I've been the one to step up and lend a hand to them as the siblings are out of town.
So are you living with them?
Yeah, he said he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're getting free rent.
I'm actually I'm providing the funds for the house.
Oh.
So they're getting free rent. How old are they?
Late 60s.
Okay. What's the nature of their chronic health problem?
Dad has lung and back issues. Mom has just the aches and pains and not able to, take care of Dad herself. She's unemployed. He has been a private music teacher for many years, so income was never steady.
So they have no money.
They're both on Social Security.
Yeah. And how much do you collect on Social Security on them?
Between the two of them, it's just under $3,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. And then I went out, and a family from my church provided an open door for me, and that's how I've been able to pay off this debt. They brought me in. They own a landscaping company, and they brought me in to run the office and run the sales department last February, and it's been a great opportunity, and I'm looking to stay with them for years on down the road.
Okay, are you 41 years old and still doing this?
31.
No, I'm saying 10 years from today.
At least doing the job with them, yes.
No,
that would be my
your
goal.
Parents.
So, if that's what is needed, that's what I would say, yes, because I feel morally obligated to do that.
Okay.
But I would also, since I'm going to be paying off the debt, I would like to step back
so
from my
when
second
you're
job, which
51,
is a full-time job as well.
20 years from now, you're still taking care of your parents?
If I have to, yes, sir.
Okay. I really appreciate your sense of honor, and I appreciate your heart. That's not sustainable. I disagree. And it's not a moral obligation for you to give your life away to take care of these folks who did not bother to take care of themselves just because they happen to be your DNA. And I'm not trying to be cold or mean, but when I do this on a short term, I'm with you. But when I stretch it out 20 years, I'm no longer with you on it.
Okay.
You and your siblings need to arrange for their care a different way so that you, young man, have a life.
That's the hard thing, is that the siblings will not speak.
Yeah. Why? Because of the way Mom and Dad acted.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I've tried and bridge a gap because I do respect that they have their own families.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, hey, I'm the one here with mom and dad. How can I help? And they go, they've not really given me anything to try and pursue any options.
Yeah.
Do you have dreams of having a family, getting married, all that?
If the Lord wills.
Well, I just don't want to see you held back by all of those opportunities because you're taking care of mom and dad.
I'm not suggesting we throw them in the street and that we're cold and that you're
Right.
dishonorable. You are a very honorable young man, and I appreciate that. There's not many people that are honorable anymore, and I really appreciate your sense of duty. It's a wonderful thing, but I do want you to think beyond on this and start to, what you've laid out here is not a sustainable quality of life for you, and it is not honorable. At some point, it just becomes dysfunctional. So you've got to reach out there and say, okay, we're going to reach a point where we're going to change this living arrangement to X or Y, and we're going to get the siblings involved, or mom and dad, we're going to find something they can live on. It may be Medicaid nursing home at some point because they would qualify for that. It may be whatever. I don't know, and I'm not trying to throw them out in the street today. But this, we're going to do this in perpetuation and call it honor. I'm not with you on that. I'm going to disagree. Even though I admire your honor and I admire your principle, and I think it's wonderful for a period of years even that you take care of them. I have no issue with that. But this idea that you do this for 20 years is absurd, dude. It's absurd. So you need to rethink how we're going to take care of them, who's going to get involved, how we're going to house them and feed them. So that you can begin to move past this, because this is a very, very, it's not emotionally, spiritually, financially sustainable.
Yeah, and I'm hoping maybe we can get mom back to a certain level of health where she can take care of dad if she's in better shape, get her health taken care of versus you having to put your life on hold to do this.
Yeah, you just got to start finding some kind of an off-ramp
Strategy.
somewhere out there in your mind rather than in perpetuation. And when you've got that, then that will affect the answer to your question, see? That will affect how you work out the baby steps, how you build wealth, how you have a life, how you do these other things. Because the girl that's going to marry into this situation doesn't exist. She's not there.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but
Well, it's just
True.
not, she's not. I mean, it's not because she's dishonorable.
yeah.
Or mean or lacking in mercy or something like that. It's just she's going to recognize this as a mess and not jump in the middle of it.
We're seeing this trend, the sandwich generation, what they call them, millennials,
Yep.
Gen X. They're having to take care of their parents. They're trying to take care of the kids.
Mhm.
And it just puts stress on everyone. It can create resentment. It can leave you broke because you can't hit your own financial goals. You're trying to support everyone on all ends.
Yep.
It's a toxic situation.
Yeah, there's a, Henry Cloud's book Boundaries is what we're talking about here. And again, it's not lacking in love. It's not lacking in principle. It's not lacking in honor. It's not lacking in morality. Honor. The Bible says to honor your father and mother. It does not say to honor their misbehavior. It honors the position of father, position of mother. If your mother does cocaine, we're not honoring that. That's not what the Bible's talking about. The Bible's talking about honoring the position of mom as a position, but not mom's misbehavior.
Yeah, it's about respecting
Or
the
mom's
authority.
dysfunction, or dad's misbehavior, dad's dysfunction. That's not what we're talking about. And so, but somewhere out of these two, you ended up with a tremendous sense of duty, and that's a wonderful thing for you to have. It's going to carry you a long way in a positive way if you learn to put reasonable guardrails on it.
Next up, we have Monica calling us from St. Louis. Hey, Monica, welcome to the show.
Hello, thanks for you guys having me. I'm so nervous. Okay, let me
Don't
tell
be
you guys
scared.
what I did.
It's just
I did
us. We're just
wrong.
hanging out having a conversation.
Oh, okay. Okay, I messed up real bad. Okay, so I bought a house. It's not my primary residence. I actually bought a duplex where I stay on one side and rent out the other. I bought it in May. I didn't listen to you guys, the Dave Ramsey show into June. So Dave said that you were supposed to actually pay cash for the investment. I didn't know that. I actually just went ahead and bought it, and I thought I can do the little hack where you stay on one side and then the other side. They're supposed to have enough to cover. It didn't go like that. They actually, they don't pay enough to cover, the whole mortgage. Actually, they're really under market. I didn't even raise their rent because she's been there for about 3 years now, so I didn't even bother to raise her rent. So it's not market price at all. And I feel like I'm stuck. I want to sell it back. And the lady that helped me, the realtor, she said if I sell it back, the most I will just probably break even, which is kind of okay with me. I don't mind. I don't mind breaking even. I just want to get. It's not like a bad area. It's really a nice area. The duplex it's 1 bedroom shotgun. It's just I did the steps wrong.
That's
should
okay.
have bought my primary
You know what that
residence
means,
first.
Monica? It means you're over 12 years old if you've made a money mistake. And we've all been there, and some people do it with more zeros on the end, and it's okay. We're going to learn from it. We're not going to make it again. And honestly, breaking even is a best-case scenario for you. A lot of people lose money on these deals.
Okay.
And so what happens if you sell this thing and you break even? Where does that put you financially?
It's money. Well, I'm in a good deal right now because I have my student loans I'm finna pay off. So it really wouldn't do anything. It wasn't making me or breaking me. Really, I mean, I don't.
Okay.
Really, I just want to get out. I just want to get out the deal real bad.
Would you have to go find somewhere to rent?
No. I have my living situation. Everything is perfect. It's just,
Okay.
This duplex is just over my head. Oh my God, it's horrible. But
Yeah. Well, thank you for dissuading all of the people on TikTok out there who are peddling this crap. You got to do the house hack, man. They pay your mortgage for you. You get rich so quick.
No, it's not. No,
Thank
nothing
you,
like
Monica.
that. I was listening to somebody else's podcast. I can't mention his name, but he was like other people's money, and I'm like, really? I can do that? And it's nothing like that. It's not like that at all. But
A lot of people need to hear that today. Like
Yes.
you said, it's so trendy right now. A lot of people are thinking that they're going to be the one that gets rich doing this way, and they end up in that situation where
If
they're
you
like,
hear the word house hacking, just run. So Monica, yes, you're gonna pay that. You're gonna sell that thing, break even, and then we're gonna attack all of your consumer debt from smallest to largest using the debt snowball, and just leave $1,000 for that starter emergency fund in the bank. And once you're debt free and you build up a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses, and then we can start to invest and we can start to do things the right way, one at a time with focused intensity. And Monica can be a real estate investor later on in life when she's at the place to do it and it's not a stressor, it's a blesser.
Oh.
You like that? You like that? She hated that. It's okay, Christina. You can admit
I'll
it.
just let that hang there.
Kaylin's with us. Kaylin is in Atlanta. Hi, Kaylin. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Better than I deserve. Merry Christmas. How can we help?
So I am wondering, I have about $17,000 saved up personally, and I was wondering if I should. $9,000 is my my 6-month emergency fund, and I would like to buy a car because I need something a little more professional for my business. And I was wondering how much of that remaining would $8,000 I should use to buy a car, or should I, put off buying that car and start a Roth IRA because I've been putting that off as well.
What's your income?
My income is $33,600.
So what is your profession that you need to look more professional for?
So I own a landscaping company, and the truck that I've been driving that looks professional will be going to my new crew. And so I need a vehicle while they're using that truck to work to go run estimates and errands and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Well, I've had a professional landscaper doing my office work and my personal lawn for 21 years. I do not know what he drives.
Okay.
Nor do I care.
Okay.
All I really care about does a dadgum lawnmower work.
Exactly.
Kaylin, do you know what I drive?
What do you drive?
It's an embarrassment to me and my family.
It's an embarrassment to all of us.
But you don't know. That's the point, right? That's the point.
Right.
You now know it's an embarrassment.
It's
but yeah.
not great. It's not
Yeah.
great.
So, no, I would not look professional. I would buy something that's reliable and that gets the job done. That's what you always want to do in business. There's very few things in business that you buy to impress people that work. most of the things that you buy in business should just give you a return on investment, meaning they should get the job done for the cheapest possible dollar. So get you a nice little truck that's dependable, that'll do the estimates, and that's all you need. And if you ever lose a customer due to the truck you drive, you call me and I will pay what he would have paid you to cut the grass. It will never happen, man. This is The Ramsey Show. Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I just recently found out that when I go to file my taxes, I am going to owe roughly $140,000 in taxes due to a early withdrawal I took out of a 401k last year.
Okay.
And to put down on a house.
Oh.
So my question, I'm trying to figure out where the best place to pull money from, either a home equity loan. Really don't want to do a payment plan with the IRS, but I just don't know the best path forward.
Did you know that this would be, that you would have to pay taxes on that money when you pulled it out? Did you know that this was coming?
So there's no blame. I did talk to several individuals when I pulled the money from the 401k about how I wanted to pay all the fees and taxes up front.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do my part on the research, and I was misinformed that it had been paid. It was all caught up, and I didn't realize
Oh,
it was going to be near that much, and I didn't realize it hadn't been done until I went to file my tax.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. You know, Marty, honestly, I'd probably go pull a personal loan for it. I think I would rather owe a bank than the IRS at this
Absolutely.
point, especially for the amount it is. It's going to take you a while to pay it off, because how much do you make a year?
Hey, sorry for the interruption. This is important. No one likes to think about dying, but one day your family will have to deal with everything you leave behind. So the question is, will it be easy or a total nightmare? That's where Knockbox comes in. Knockbox is a kit with 15 categories and clear instructions that give your family an organized plan, so they're not sifting through old paperwork and guessing passwords and dealing with lawyers. So leave your family memories instead of a mess. Grab your Knockbox kit today at knockbox.com/Ramsey for the best discount available. That's knockbox.com/Ramsey.
Because how much do you make a year?
Roughly $130,000
Oh, man.
take home.
How much did you pull out?
I pulled out $400,000 because I wanted roughly $300,000 for a down payment because I want to pay the house off. I've been going through the steps. I don't have any other debt.
Did you pay the house off? Is the house free and clear?
No.
Oh,
No, I still owe $256 on the house.
gracious.
And do you have any money in any other investments that are not non-retirement investments?
I have a Roth and a traditional IRA,
Mhm.
and then I have about $60,000 in savings, which is my savings fund.
Okay.
And I don't know if I should tap into that.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
No, I would.
You would.
Savings,
Yeah.
but
I would for sure.
Yeah, to Rachel's point, I would clear that down to $1,000 today and clear that.
And you'd have about an $80,000 loan at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And because I was going to say, even with your income, I don't know if you'd qualify for a personal loan at a bank. I mean, depending on the situation. So
Yeah, I'd try it though once you've knocked it down.
I would rather have an $80,000 loan than a $140,000. So yes, Marty, that savings is what we would say would go, because I would put this in baby step 2 in the debt snowball, and you have no other debt, and so. But I would earmark this like that. I mean that's especially IRS stuff. You want them out ASAP. So I would pay down as much as I could right now.
Yeah,
And then take the rest out just from like a credit union or a bank and do a personal loan versus having a payment plan with the IRS.
and it's going to be easier for you to manage because the IRS, like, they're hard to contact. They don't contact you via email. It's only mail. Like, the way they do it
And
is
they can do stuff with like garnishing wages. I don't know.
Yes.
It just makes me nervous. I don't like it. And from a interest, I would not do it. I would not do an HELOC. I would not put your home
no more debt.
on that.
Yeah.
On that, I would not put the home at risk there. And with HELOCs, the interest rates are sometimes insane. So I think, my best bet would be, it would probably be a personal loan. I think that would be the best route.
Yeah, I said no more debt, but I meant no more leveraging very important things for debt.
That's right.
No
Yes.
more borrowing from your 401k and no more like leveraging your house for sure. Oh,
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Does that help?
It does, and that was where I wasn't sure if taking the equity of the home
was better, or just trying to get a personal loan.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would go the personal loan route. And again, we're not big on we rarely talk about like borrowing money, but this would be a case you're already in the hole. So rather be in the hole with a bank than the IRS at that point. And, and your credit card interest rates and stuff can be up to 18, 22. You don't want it on a credit card. Don't put it on the credit card. So again, personal loan is probably going to be your best bet. So
that's true. Oh, that's terrible.
Tough.
You
I'm
got
sorry,
some
Marty.
bad information.
Yep. That's not fun at all. I'm sorry about that.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.
Charles is in my hometown there in Massachusetts. Charles, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hi, it's an honor to speak to you too.
You as well. How can we help?
Okay. I've screwed up my life. I know that, and I don't see any way out of it. I don't know how to even start or what way to go. But my student loans are $150,000, and they're not coming down. And my house mortgage is $120,000. And so since my house is less than my student loans, when you do the debt snowball, do I pay off the house first and then the loans? But either way, it's going to be years before I can even come close to paying off anything. And then how do you do something like that? I got kids at home. How do you do something like that and not find yourself singing Cats in the Cradle in a few years?
Well, Charles, who told you that your life is over?
Well, it's like I can try. I don't see any way of paying this off.
What's your income?
It's at least.
Let's put some facts on paper.
I take home. My household income is maybe $45,000 to $50,000, depending on if I can get overtime, and that's the most I've ever made in my life.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I don't do. Right now, I'm a mechanic at a amusement park out here.
Okay.
I was lucky that they gave me that job.
What's your degree in? You said you have 150 in student loans.
Yeah, I have a degree in elementary education and master's in school administration.
Okay, and how old are you?
And I'm 48. My wife's 53, and she's not able to work or drive or anything.
Does she have any disability income?
Yeah, she has a disability, but she gets about $100 a month in Social Security. That's all she was able to get. But my other daughter who lives with us is disabled, and she gets about $800 a month. So that's what's saving us, basically.
Well, Charles, you've called the right place. We like calls like this because we have seen thousands of people in situations like yours with six figures in debt get completely debt-free. So, first of all, your life is not over. You have not screwed up so bad that you can't come back from this. You absolutely can. We actually have a personality that joined recently who paid over $400,000 in debt off. And we've seen that multiple times. So I just want to encourage you that you are in the right spot. And if you're willing to fight for it, you can get out of this. And also just with the student loans, you said that it's 150 and it's not going to come down. I believe it's going to come down pretty quick. You're educated. I think your income potential is pretty high. Right now you're at 45 and 50, and I think we can really bump that up. But yeah, I think first just getting out of the mindset that this is too desperate of a situation to get out of. How does that feel to you? Do you feel like you can do this?
I think I can. It's just that when I look at the numbers, it would be like if I paid like $1,300 in my student loans, even that would take 30 years. If I pay $1,200, which is what my mortgage is, that's 30 years, and so I can pay $1,500 on my mortgage and be done in 15 years. So I was planning on doing that, but then it's like you have to work, gazelle speed and all that. But if you do that, it's like you become a workaholic, and then your kids are like, where were we? You paid off all your money.
The gazelle intensity is meant for a few years. It's not meant for decades at a time. And so, number one, we're going to send you Financial Peace University as well as Every Dollar. That's our proven plan, 9 lessons, the budget, the full kit and caboodle. Go through that. But I would not pay off the mortgage before the student loans. You can't bankrupt on the student loans. You can get rid of a mortgage by selling your house one day. You can't get rid of Sally Mae. And so I'm attacking that first. Save the house for baby step 6.
And let's send him from paycheck to purpose, because I think you need a bigger shovel. Let's get that income up so you can pay this off quicker.
Let's go to Adam in Cincinnati. What's up, Adam?
Yeah. My question is, I was recently fired from a job, kind of went into panic mode, decided that I'm going to pull from my 401k and pay off my credit card debt and then use the monthly, payments that I'm making to those credit card debts to roll over into a car loan and then use the remainder of the 401k to pay down the car to try to get out from underneath that.
What made you feel like that was your only option?
We have a fairly large house mortgage. I make majority of the money for the income for the house. We had enough to maybe make it a month and a half, and I didn't know when I was going to go back to work.
Are you working now, or?
I have a job that should start Monday, so everything should return to normal as far as, the inflow of money.
Good. What will be your income at that point, household?
Our household income's right about 135 to 140.
All right. And how much debt do you now have total?
So I've got I'd say we probably got 8 in credit cards and probably 20 in a car.
And what about the 401k loan? Or did you just withdraw money?
That 401k I was very little into it. I completely emptied that one.
How much was in there?
There was 26 in there, and I ended up with like 14 is what it was after taxes and penalties.
Oh. So what'd you do with that money? Have you already blown through that?
No, it's that I haven't actually got it yet, but my plan is once I get it,
Adam,
is this reversible?
Can you stop and call and cancel it?
I don't think so.
I would do everything I can. Say I screwed up. I got fired. I freaked out. I need to cancel this. I do not want this. Please take it. Please do not send this money. Do whatever you can. Okay? This is a fear response. A bear showed up at your cave. An actual real bear scares you to death, and you ran as fast as you could, and like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon, you just bammed your head into a rock in the cave. Okay.
So this wasn't my only retirement.
No, I know. I'm not saying it's your only thing. We're not all that. I'm just saying you don't need it, my brother.
You took a 50% hit on this money, and
you don't need the money.
You didn't need it. You have a great income.
You started another job on Monday. Things got really scary. You panicked. It happens to all of us. Now you know in the future, I need an emergency fund. But with your salary, you can pay off this debt in short order, man.
Is it 28 total now in debt between the credit cards and the car loan, or is there other debt?
Well, I have a home mortgage too.
Okay, so we're going to ignore the mortgage for now. We're going to focus on this consumer debt. Let's pay off this credit card first. And how quickly could you pay that off? Making 140. How quickly could you pay off $8,000, going scorched earth, throwing everything you can at it?
Probably 6 months. I don't know.
6
I'm terrible
months
with a budget too.
Okay, we're going to hook you up with every dollar to get a plan for this money. You're making 140. Are you taking home 8, 9, 10 grand a month?
Yeah, between me and my wife, yeah, probably.
Okay, so if we started looking at our expenses, going outside of just covering our bills, putting food on the table, we're not eating out, we're not going on vacation, we're not investing, you could pay these credit cards off within 2 months.
You got to get serious though, dude. And you're like, you got to get real serious, man. We can't want this more than you do.
Hang on the line. We're going to send you every dollar premium. Start making a plan for your money. You've got the income. You don't have to do stupid anymore. You're working hard for it. Now let's do something good with it, which is pay off this debt, get an emergency fund in place, and start building wealth the right way.
Anthony's with us in Panama City, Florida. Hi, Anthony. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to talk to you and John.
Sure. How can we help?
I've got a question. Just wanted to get some opinion, have some men speak some knowledge into this. My wife and I want to own a campground someday. We've come to this, we call it our vocation. We want to own one, and we don't know what that's going to look like as far as something that we would fund fully with cash to acquire a campground, like an RV park campground, or if you get a loan, take on debt to do so.
So this is like a dream in the future.
Yes.
Okay, cool. How old are you guys?
I had to think about that for a second. I'm 30. My wife's 28.
Okay, cool.
When you turn 30, you hear. I mean, the
you
memory
start
loss.
losing your hearing. Yeah,
And memory
I mean,
loss.
in your memory.
Right away.
And your speech patterns.
Exactly.
So,
why camping, man? What is it about camping?
Well, we both love it. It's funny. I'm like kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. I'd like to do everything, and we've been spending a lot of time at night, talking about what we want to do with our future, and we've settled on this idea that this is something that could really get the gears turning for us and keep us busy, and we work really well together, and we'd like to do it together, and we plan to live there too. So we see ourselves living on a campground, or at least in close proximity, absorbing and taking on the lifestyle of being campground owners.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, the first time you run a business of any kind, you start finding out that you didn't know what you didn't know. There's all these little surprises that go, woohoo! You went, I had no idea. And they're like, yep, you had no idea. That's why we got you. And you're going to discover that regardless of what kind of business you own, the first time you own a business and run a business. And it's more than just keeping the toilets cleaned in this case, or the electrical hookups working, or whatever jack of all trades things. You got all this other stuff called accounting and marketing and collections and payment systems and a website, because that's how everyone does everything now, right? Oh, maybe even an app, right? And so, that's got a lot. That's a long way from running wiring to the picnic shed, okay? And so, there's a lot of different skills you're going to have running a business that you need to develop over time. And you don't want to discover those with big, hairy payments coming at your face every month. I would rather you discover those more gently than that. So let's say that since this is just a dream at this point, let's just adapt what some middle steps are. You're wanting to go from 0 to 100 in one leap. And how can we do this in the middle? And I'll give you an example. I don't borrow money, and I'm not going to tell you to borrow money. So we're going to work our way through there, because I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm a dream killer either. I want you to live a dream, but I don't want your dream to be a nightmare. So I love, in your case, you love campgrounds. I love real estate. And a building that we moved into, of 55,000 square feet, was a $5 million building, and that was 20 years ago, I think, something like that. Let's just call it 20 years ago. And we didn't have $5 million, but I really, really wanted to own this building, kind of like you want to own a campground. You following me?
Yes.
Okay. So what did I do? I leased it with an option to purchase it for 5 years. I didn't have $500,000, much less $5 million. But I started collecting all the nickels out of the corner of the couch for the next 5 years and barely scraped together the money at the last minute and exercised the option after 5 years. Thank God I did, because by then the building was worth $13 million and I bought it for $5 million. So what's known as a freaking deal, right? But I did not borrow money, and I was telling God all along while I was looking for the nickels in the corner of the couch, if you don't send the money, I'm not buying this, because I'm not going to borrow money, period. And me and God had a lot of conversations about that. So I kind of had to lay my guidelines out. But during that time, I learned a lot about that building. We learned that the former owner had not taken care of the roof, and the former owner had not taken care of the heat and air. And we learned that the heat and air was from another century. And we had to go in and rework a bunch of that, and boiler, baling wire and duct tape. How does this run parallel to what you're saying? Maybe a way to do something similar might be go to work for a campground. Be the general manager. And maybe they provide housing, and you stay there, and you run the whole thing for an absentee owner. And that includes you doing the repairs, and you learning how to do the accounting, and you learning from the owner how he did marketing for the past 20 years, because he was doing this stuff when you were knee-high to nothing. And let's get in there and just get it all over you a little bit, and you might discover you freaking hate it, but you might discover it's even better than you thought, and this is like awesome. And then you might be able to option it and buy it from him with the profits instead of with debt.
Okay.
I'm making up a dream scenario, but I'd rather make up one of those than you go get an SBA loan and call me up 4 months later and go, I'm broke. Oh, by the way, COVID hit and they don't allow camping anymore.
Yeah.
Because that never happens.
slower move into it, like you guys say. When I watch solar, you don't want to jump or leap into it because we're both gainfully employed now, and we're just thinking of the options. How do we keep?
But
our
I mean,
jobs
let's just
and
say,
do it?
what do you make a year?
Combined, we're about 160.
No, what do you make
before taxes? 82,000.
Okay. Well, let's say he paid you 60 to run the campground. You took a pay cut, but you got an option to buy the thing from him anytime in the next 7 years as a part of operating it for him. I'm modeling after my little building deal, and you can make it up. You can make up a different narrative, a different story, but the point is walk into it, don't leap into it, and lay your structure out to do that.
Yeah, the word that keeps coming to mind is let's practice. Before we go to the major leagues, let's practice. Let's at least take some batting practice before we decide this is what we're going to do forever. I love that idea. And even if you can't get a job at a campground in your local area, get a job at working the evening shift at a local hotel, hospitality industry. Because the campground industry,
it's tough.
It's a lot of people, man. That's a tough gig.
Well, and these are, if something's broken, it's broken like right then.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m.
That's right.
It's broken right
And if you live on, the reason they let you live on site
is because they're going to come knock on your door.
They want you to come get it.
You are the emergency toilet guy. That's your job, man. And I mean, welcome to doing it. That's it's okay. It's part of the gig. And there's no downside of that except that that's who it is.
Gerard is kicking off this hour. He's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Gerard, welcome to the show.
Hey, George. How are you?
Great. How can I help today?
So I graduated law school about 5 years ago with $145,000 in student loans. I got a car and a condo, which I know wasn't the best idea, but I ended up last year selling the condo for a $50,000 profit, and I paid down a lot of that debt. So up until about a month ago, my student loan debt was still $106,000. I got a bonus at my job of about $91,000, which was more than my salary.
Wow,
and
good for you.
Yeah, last week I decided that I was waiting around to see what would happen with the pause, and I wrote a check for $106,000 and paid off all my loans.
Whoa, that's
one
awesome.
shot.
Good for you, man.
And yeah, thank you. And
you don't sound excited.
I paid down pretty much all of my debt, but it drained almost all of my money. And I just found out today that they're extending that pause again, and my friends are giving me a hard time, and I'm just kind of like...
Your friends are broke, aren't they?
Worried about... They are broke lawyers as well, yeah.
So let's not take opinions from broke lawyers. Let's take opinions from lawyers who have no payments in the world.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I don't have that much money left, but I was just sort of wondering where to go from here.
You're about to have a whole lot of money.
Decision.
You have
Yeah.
What's your household income?
It's just me. It's $80,000 is my base salary.
Okay, so let's say $80,000 base, and you have no more debt. You still have the car loan?
No, that was the last of it.
So you have zero debt.
Zero debt. And I moved back home. My parents are in Florida, and I decided to stay at their house while they're there. And that was a huge help in paying down my debt. But I kind of want to get out on my own, but now I don't have that much money, and I'm kind of...
So how much money do you have to your
lost.
name in savings and your checking account?
Savings and checking combined about $13,000.
And to you, that's $0? You said you have no money.
No, it's money, but I mean, to go from, 125 to the bank and 13 in a week is kind of...
Yeah, but we've got to look at your
system.
125 in the bank with 106 in debt. You don't have $125,000 to your name.
That's true.
So when you look at your net worth, right, what you own minus what you owe, it's a very different picture. If I've got $200,000 in the bank, but I owe $2 million, I'm broke.
Right.
And so I want you to be encouraged that you did the right thing. It sounds like you've got some remorse here, some regret.
Yeah, I just think because they just announced today that they're pausing those payments.
I don't care if they kick it to
August
2028, man. You did the right thing by paying off your debt. There's no point in kicking the can down the road even further, because how much was your student loan payments when you add them up?
When they restarted, they probably would have been probably $800 or $900 a month.
Okay, so let's do some basic math here. $900 a month times 12 means you can invest that money. You can save that money. That's money back in your pocket from your hard work, not going to a lender to make them rich so they can build another building downtown. So I don't want you to have any FOMO about how you paid off your student loan debt and your friends are going, dude, you're an idiot. They're gonna keep pausing it till 3 years from now, and they're gonna continue to be broke. They're gonna continue to live on payments. So I want to encourage you. You're going down the right path. You make 80 grand. You have 13 in the bank. What is 3 to 6 months of expenses for you?
About 8. 8 was about
That's
5 months.
That's 5 months. Okay, so let's call it 10. Let's call it 13. You've got your emergency fund in place. Now, let's begin investing 15%.
Okay.
Do you have any retirement options?
I did put, I have a Roth IRA that my family told me to start before I started making too much money. And that has 23 in it. And then I have a 401k that was just started and has 4 in it.
Great. So let's invest, and this is the way I would do it. Match beats Roth beats traditional. So do they have a match in the 401k?
No, it's just it's a flat contribution regardless of what I contribute.
Okay.
So, and that's already vested.
And then I'm going to move to the Roth option. So do you have a Roth 401k, or is it just traditional?
It's just a traditional 401k, and then I have my own Roth IRA. Those are my only two.
So if I'm in your shoes, I'm going to fully fund the Roth IRA for the year with my paychecks. Once I'm done with that, I'm fully funded. I'm going to put the remaining 15% into my work traditional 401k until I hit 15%.
Okay.
That's it. And if you do that, and you're renting right now?
Well, my parents are in Florida, and I'm staying with them. I'm staying at their
still
house
with the
while they're in
parents.
Florida.
Okay.
But I would like to get my own place because they're coming back soon.
So beyond
I'm just
that, we
not
can
sure.
start saving up for a house down payment. And I want you to save 10 to 20%, 15-year fixed rate mortgage where the payment is no more than a quarter of your take-home pay. If you do those things, you are going to have what we call financial peace. And you're going to do it really quickly because you're not paying a lender $900 a month. That same $900 now becomes your down payment savings. You see where I'm going with this?
Right. Yeah, I do.
Man, I'm more excited than you are. I'm ready to get into this house, man. I'm ready to do some things. You got to stop listening to your friends.
Yeah, it was the biggest check I ever wrote by about a factor of 10. So it's kind of, a lot of FOMO, like you said.
Well, you didn't really have that money because you owed it. And debt is when you owe anything to anyone for any reason. And so you had a facade that you had a lot of money. And I'm proud of you for even saving up that much money. That's unfathomable to a lot of people. But I want you to be encouraged that that money had a name. It had the lender's name on it from day one. When you signed those papers to take out $146,000 in student loan debt, you owed that money.
Right.
Well, Gerard, I've gone as far as I can go, man. I don't know why you're bummed out. I mean, America's cheering you on, going, Gerard, way to go! The whole crowd out here in Ramsey Solutions lobby is cheering you on. You did the right thing. You just got to stop hanging out with broke lawyers. Your life will change drastically, man. Get plugged in with people following the Ramsey plan. You're going to realize, man, I'm on the right path. I'm doing the right things for my financial future. I'm not doing things to impress anybody anymore. I'm doing what's right for Gerard. And that is how you know you are winning.
Vandana joins us in Washington, D.C. Vandana, how can we help?
Hi, yes, on Friday we closed on a house, and because of this market, we were very fast to just buy it because we had to. And I just regret it. Even when we had like the 3 days HOA clause, I wanted out, but my husband really wanted to just go ahead and get it. And so I just kind of did it so we wouldn't fight. And ever since then, I've regretted it. And we closed on Friday and have cried every single day since then. I feel like we made a mistake.
Vandana,
so sorry.
Tell me, tell George and I the specific things you're regretting right now.
Well, I mean, we had to move so my daughter could go to school because we live across the street. It's like the stupidest district. And we wanted to do it so she could be in the better school. She could be with her friends and everything. And she has some special needs, and this school has, for the school that for her to be able to go to for middle school has more of the programming that she needs. So we did it for that.
No, I understand. But listen, that's a good thing. What are you specifically regretting?
I just feel like it's a little bit, I don't know. I just feel like we made a big mistake. We're going to have to spend so much money fixing this house, and it's going to be more of a mortgage. And, you know, I found out my husband took out a HELOC to pay for it, and I found out all these things financially as we were doing it, and I wonder if I just did it so we could. I found out my husband had a $50,000 personal loan that I didn't know about. I thought we had paid off all our debt besides our student loans.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Vandana. It sounds like there's some financial infidelity on top of the weight of an impulsive home purchase here.
Yeah, and so he did the HELOC, which I learned about as he was doing it, and now that I've learned more about HELOCs and listening to you, I'm a little bit scared because that's what we used to pay for this house. And, you know, we paid off the personal loan from the HELOC too, so we could close on this house. And yeah, now we can definitely, it's not that we can't afford this house now because all the debt is gone. But I don't know. It just feels like this is the house.
Sounds like we robbed Peter to pay Paul here. We just kind of moved the debt around.
Exactly.
Vandana, George's going to walk you through this, but here's what I want, okay? You need to just focus right now on less emotion and start plugging in some numbers for George, all right?
Okay.
So I'm going to get us started, okay? What's your household income, and then what is the mortgage costing you? Give us those two numbers.
So our household income is $250,000 before
taxes.
Before taxes.
Fantastic.
So he brings
What's the
home
mortgage?
like $12,700 to $900 a month.
What's the mortgage, including the HELOC? So all that together, what is that?
I don't know, including the HELOC.
How about just the mortgage?
Okay, just the mortgage.
Just the mortgage is about, including like HOA and taxes, it's about $4,500.
Okay. So if I'm doing the math here, you're looking at 34% of your take-home pay.
Yes.
Is going into. So now that's higher than what I'd like it to be, but it's not killing you. Like
No,
you said,
it's
you guys
not
can
killing
afford
us.
it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the emotion is coming from the fact that you're learning a lot of things you didn't know because your husband lied to you.
Yeah, I think so.
And yes, you did impulsively get into this house, but that's not the bigger issue here. The bigger issue is that you and your spouse need to get on the same page and go, we're married, there are no lies in this relationship. And so I think that's going to be your A1, is not fixing the house problem, it's fixing the relationship problem. And that might look like counseling, that might look like going through Financial Peace University together on top of that. But we got to get to the root of why he hid these things from you.
I think he was just ashamed because before he had credit card debt and I sold my condo, and I gave him every single dollar out of my condo. I was a teacher. I quit working during the pandemic so I could homeschool my child, and I haven't wanted to go back because for the few months I did teach, I was so stressed out, and I went back for a little bit this year, and my anxiety went up. I wasn't sleeping, nothing, and I had to be put on anxiety medicine. Just teaching these days is just so difficult, and I just couldn't deal with everything. And then, you know, I thought we were out of debt. I thought we were completely out of debt because when I found out about the credit cards, I had a condo that I had
Oh my goodness.
purchased.
I'm so sorry, Vandana.
We are so very sorry. But as George said, I want you to walk away from this to say, hey, you and your hubs, just so you get on the same page. If you had some shame, take the shame away and just say, hey, can we get on the same page? I'm feeling a tremendous amount of anxiety and fear over this. You guys know how to pay debt off. Start attacking it just like you were starting all over again. You guys can get there. House isn't going to fall in on itself. It's going to be okay, but you guys have got to get on the same page relationally so that you can get on the same page financially. David is on the line. David, how can we help?
Hey, Karen. Hey, Jade. How you doing?
What's going on, David?
Just a quick question, or it's kind of based on careers like you were talking about. So I recently got a great opportunity at another company back in April. I was actually really happy where I was, but they weren't quite paying me what I knew I could make with my my education that I have and the experience I have, because I have a Six Sigma black belt. And so this other company gave me a call, offered me $27,000 more a year to come join their team. So of course I did give my employer at the time, the opportunity to make a counter offer. They couldn't match, so I ended up joining the new team. Things were going really good, but then we had some management changes. So long story short, now I'm kind of working as like a warehouse analyst. What I do is I just kind of track orders and why we're not getting things to customers on time. And the thing is, like, now I really don't have any purpose there. I just kind of find out what's going on every day and, let them know what the problem is. And I don't have a problem working for bosses that are younger than me, except the one I do work for now is he's 9 years younger, and he has a lot of experience, a lot of development left in him. And HR was actually hoping that I could help develop him. And you really don't want to take any.
So, David, I feel like you're kind of dancing around the issue.
Yeah.
And I think you're trying to be really nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I hear two issues, but I really want you to tell me, what is it that you want help with today?
I just don't know what I need to do with my career anymore. It's just I don't feel any purpose.
Yeah, you took a higher paycheck and you got no purpose. The good news is I wrote a book called From Paycheck to Purpose, and I'll give you that. I promise I didn't put him up to that, folks. That's not a paid plug. But the issue is now we got to figure out what we want to do. And then what you're bringing up is adding insult to injury, and the injury is there's no meaning in your work. You got no juice,
right?
Is the way I like to say it. And so now you're going, on top of that, they want you to mentor a kid, and you feel like, why am I doing that? I don't even like what I'm doing, and then I got to help a guy who's younger and more inexperienced than I am. And so it's just creating this frustration. Am I right?
Yeah, it's and the other thing is, like, he doesn't really want to take advice from me.
But here's the deal. That's a non-factor. You don't want to be there, correct?
Yeah, you shouldn't be training your boss.
Yeah, this is a disaster.
That makes zero sense.
So we need to come up with an exit strategy. That's really why you called, right? Hey, Ken, help me get out of there, but help me figure out where to get to. Am I right?
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
You would say so? Do you have a couple of ideas of what you would like to do? I mean, you were doing something before.
Continuous improvement. I mean, I love teaching people how to make their job easier.
Okay, but you're not getting to do that in this current role.
And what's that?
You're not getting to do that in this current role, correct?
No.
All right. Were you doing that in your previous role?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a term for folks like you or people that could be you, which is boomerang employees, where they go back to their previous employer. Do you think that's possible?
Their market, they're RVs, so they're actually at a downward spiral right now with the economy. And
okay, so that's not what I'm asking. You don't want to go back there. It's not. Is it possible? So you don't want to go back there. So the good news is we're going to go back to your previous job, and we're going to say, okay, this is what I love to do. I'm essentially leading, but the way that I lead is that I want to be instructing, coaching. That's what I heard in what you said. Is that a true classification for what I think you said?
Yes.
All right. So where can I do that? And it's less about the industry. It doesn't sound like to me there's a certain industry or a product or service that you're fired up about. It sounds like to me you want to be in a leadership position, and the work you want to be spending most of your time on is work where you are guiding, instructing, mentoring, coaching. So that's the job description. And it may not say it that way, but you got to dig into it in the interview process going, okay, this is my style of leadership, and I want to come in and this is how I like to lead. And so for you, it's an open field out there. You're not sitting around scratching your head on this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now? What's your confidence level?
Well, when you put it out that way, I think got a lot more confidence.
There it is. What did we do there? We got clear. So, David, you got to stay in a place of clarity. All right? That was a setup question. I was prepared to deal with it, Jade, if he said he was not confident, but I thought he would be more confident, and he is. And the reason, David, that you're confident, and I'm reviewing this because I want you to get off this phone call, and here's what's going to happen. When you get off this phone call, Jade, I can tell you that fear and doubt will present themselves in the days ahead. Fear is I am worried that something bad is going to happen. Doubt is I don't believe that something good can happen. David, hear me, my friend. When fear and doubt pop up on your shoulder, you've got to go back to this initial conversation right here, and you've got to say, here's what I know. I am good at leading, coaching, instructing, and guiding people. Is that a true or false statement?
It's true.
It's true. Now we're going to move to I love guiding and instructing and leading people. Is that true or false?
That is true.
And then we're going to say I am motivated to help people win professionally and personally. Is that a true or false statement?
Absolutely.
All right, so what we did, Jay, we just walked through talent.
Love it.
What he does best, passion, what he loves to do, and then mission, what motivates him. So, David, we retreat back to clarity when we are confronted by fear and doubt. And when that happens, now you go, okay, I know why I'm leaving. I know why I'm going over here. And then that will give you the confidence to press forward. And, Jade, here's the best part. There's 3 C's. Clarity leads to confidence, and confidence leads to courage.
You're preaching, Ken.
Uh-oh.
Will is in Burlington, Virginia. Will, welcome to the show.
How's it going? Actually,
Good.
it's Vermont, but I'm doing pretty well.
Sorry, the abbreviation was wrong on my screen.
No
Someone's
problem.
getting fired over that. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
It's all right. I didn't know there was a Burlington, Virginia, but it's all right. How we doing, Will? What can I help with today?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually pretty new to your guys' show here. Been listening for about a month now. A buddy of mine turned me on to it. Made a lot of stupid decisions financially over the years. Once I started making, really good money, I just did stupid stuff.
It's called lifestyle creep.
Yeah. So before I found you guys, I was in the process of getting solar put on my house. And in doing that, I was taking out a home equity loan. So everything, came back. I've been listening to you guys. I'm on baby step 2, hammering down as much as I can. And I'm kind of at a point where I don't know if I should go through with the solar loan and get the solar put on because I'll be saving money on utilities. Or if I should just cancel it.
Will, you're too smart for this, buddy. You know too much now.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not too late to back out of this nightmare.
No, I'll lose $300, but it's not a big deal.
I'll pay that stupid tax to not pay a much bigger stupid tax by taking out this HELOC to pay for solar. What's your utility bill?
Well, I'm an HVAC guy, so I put heat pumps in. This month was $512.
Give me the average. If you divided it out over 12 months, it's not $500 a month.
No, if I average it out, it's probably $300.
Okay, that is $3,600 a year. What are you saving?
It'd be $30 a month.
You're saving $30 a month?
$270. Yeah, it'd be $270.
Okay, this hurts my brain. You're saving $30 a month, which is $360 a year. You're saving.
Well, right, but then when the loan's paid off, I won't have to pay for electricity.
How much? What's the HELOC you were going to take out?
Like total amount?
Yeah.
It was 37, I believe, 37,000.
What's the interest rate? Variable, probably.
No, it was fixed at 3.99.
So you were going to take out a $37,000 loan at 4% interest to save $360 a year.
Well, long term, I'm not going to have an electric bill.
You're not going to be alive by the time you ROI on this thing.
True.
Look, I'm doing the math for you, which I wish the guy trying to sell you the HELOC did, or the guy selling you the solar. $37,000, right? This is not even counting interest. It would take you 102 years to break even, Will.
Okay.
How old are you?
I figured, but
what's your age?
I'm 34.
Do you plan on living to be 136 years old to see the light of day when you ROI on this?
No.
Okay.
I got a trade-off. I'm
so riled up, Ken.
I know. It's ridiculous. Will, did you hear what George said? I mean, if there's only one thing you heard by calling into the show today, and I'm glad you did and glad you're a new listener, is the amount of time it would take you to ROI on that $37,000. 100+ years, he said. I mean, do you need to know anything else? But the sales guy didn't tell you that. Okay. But I got an idea.
No, I was just thinking I wouldn't have an electric or a heating bill.
But that's not. But that's
10 years from now.
But that's not true. You would still have a bill. There was a national news program that did a whole story on this because it doesn't completely remove there's still a cost. Like, it doesn't completely wipe your energy out. You need to do the research on it. Actually, you don't, because we already explained why you should eat the $300 and not worry about it, right?
I'm sure the solar panel salesman told you otherwise.
Yeah.
But I just did some third-grade napkin math to show you that you won't live to see the day you ROI on this.
But I have an idea.
Right.
I have an idea to lessen the sting of eating the $300. You're going to eat the $300. Okay. You're not going to go into debt for it, but you're going to cash flow some solar walking lights along the front path of your house at Lowe's or Home Depot. Go get you some of those.
Yeah.
Now you got some solar energy and you feel good about that.
Sorry.
I'm just telling you, this whole solar panel thing is the next great scam. It really is.
Yeah, and people are falling for it because they're going, "Why? Utility bills are high. I could save a quick buck if I do this by going $40,000 into debt and ROIing 100 years from now."
Right. And I was taking into consideration my heating bill because now I've got heat pumps in the house, heat pump water here. So I was like taking that into consideration as well. You know, my heating bill during the winters, $300-400 a month. So I was like, well, maybe this will work out. But then, like I said, I found you guys. I'm like rethinking everything.
I'm so glad you did.
Well, here's the deal. You could save up $37,000 and pay cash for it. And then you got what you want without the 100-year ROI.
Right. I'm going to get rid of the $60,000 in debt first. So
there we go.
Of course, we're just kind of helping.
Is that all of your debt is $60,000?
That's it. I had 72 before I started listening to you guys. I sold a car that I wasn't really using.
Good.
Hammered off two things, and now I've got And the other question is, I've got a new vehicle for my wife, and I have a company vehicle, so I don't have to pay for those. But like I'm even at the point where I'm like, well, maybe I should just sell this and then get a cheaper vehicle. You know.
What's the loan on that vehicle?
Now we're talking. Now we're making progress.
What's the loan amount on that new vehicle?
We owe $45,000 on it, and it's $820 a month.
Is that on top of your 60?
No, that's included in the 60.
Okay. Oh, okay. What's the car worth?
About 45.
I'm getting rid of that thing.
Sell it.
What's your household income?
I don't have the cash. I don't have the cash to go and buy another vehicle, and we need one for her. So I'd have.
What
to
do you have in savings?
Small loan, like $1,000.
Okay, and what's your household income?
$200,000.
Good gracious!
You make $200,000. Save up $6,000.
Like I said, I
take your next paycheck.
I was stupid.
Get mama an Uber for a month or two. Good grief! At $800 a month payment, you're still coming out. I mean, you realize how ridiculous an $800 car payment is for a depreciating asset?
Oh yeah. I had 3 car payments at one point in time, and I
what are you trying to outdo me?
No, I just, I'm stupid. And I start making money.
No, you're not stupid. You're not stupid.
People who make $200,000 aren't stupid. You're a smart guy.
That's right.
You're just falling for the traps of these scummy salespeople. You're falling for the traps of a toxic money culture. And the good news is you know too much now. You're a dangerous man with some money in your pocket, and you are about to pay off all of this debt, be completely debt-free. And we are rooting for you, my man.
Brought to you by Why-Refi. Refinance your defaulted private student loans today at whyrefi.com/Ramsey.
I have a 2-part question, a little bit of background. I have worked for the last 10 years as a travel nurse, and I was making pretty good money, anywhere from like $16,000 to $18,000 per month. And I'm a single mom of 6. And in December, one of my children actually, unfortunately, tried to hurt themselves. And so I gave up traveling, and I took a local contract to be there to support them. And it came with a huge pay decrease. And so suddenly my budget was not very good, very affordable anymore. But unfortunately, I had never really managed that money well. Even though I was making a lot, I was spending even more. So I do have poor credit. I have an eviction on my record. I have a repossession on my record. And so when I kind of found Dave and Money Makeover, and I sat down with every dollar budget, the clear answer was to move out of our rental because we have a very expensive rental home. But as I started looking, nobody would rent to me. So the first part of my question is if you have any suggestions for alternative rental avenues to kind of get us out of this, because that would free up a lot of my budget.
Right.
And then the second part of my question is I've heard Dave say he has a PhD in DUMB and things like that on the show. I am having a really hard time with the shame and the guilt of not being able to provide for my family because I made so many poor decisions. And if you guys have any advice on how I kind of jump that hurdle of the emotional weight,
well,
and just feeling so pathetic. And
well, let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick. I'm so glad you're sharing that with us. But you aren't pathetic, and you are going to have to forgive yourself. You know, the kids are doing their thing. That's going to all cycle out. I think a lot of this is a tremendous amount of guilt and shame over the kid who's trying to hurt themselves.
I agree.
And that's pretty dark. It's pretty dark stuff, and there's no way for you not to personalize your child's pain. There's just no way not to. So I don't have any fix with my words. It's impossible to fix, but I do hope you listen to me and you do forgive yourself on the things that maybe you should forgive yourself, and then also realize that you're not to blame for a lot of this stuff either. Blame for the financial decisions, sure, but who among us hasn't made dumb financial decisions when we weren't healthy?
Exactly.
So you're a part of a pretty big tent, and I hope that helps you with shame. Let me move practically real quick to the first thing that came to my mind on the rent situation. If you're not involved in a local church, there's a church on every corner in your neck of the woods. And I would swallow any pride or whatever issues you have with faith, and I'd give the people of a good church a chance to help you. And I would go in and I would tell them your story. And I would be, if I were in your situation, looking for maybe an elderly couple, Jade, an older widow who's got some space over a garage. Right now, your kids can adapt to anything, and I know you can adapt to anything, and just a safe place. She doesn't care about credit score, or they don't care about credit score, but finding something like that, I just believe that when we ask for something like that, we can find it. When you seek, you find. And I would be going that route. I'm not saying that's the only route I want to bring Jade in, but that just popped into my mind for some reason, to give you a season to get stable. Because the fact of the matter is, if your kid's not hurting themselves and you're not having to come back to where you are, you could have dug out of this, correct?
Yes, and that is the plan. I do have a wonderful church family. I do want to say that.
Great.
But like you said, I will swallow my pride and go wherever.
Lean on them. No, if you've got a church family, I'm saying go to them and say, I can't do this alone in this circumstance. But once I can get my kid back, on the rails and all that kind of stuff, then you can dig out of this, because with your background, you can make good money. So this is temporary.
And that's the plan. We have good church family support and good family support that when he is in a little bit more stable place, other people can step in to be there in that role, and I can get back out and make a lot of money quickly.
Good.
Yeah, this is a temporary situation. That's the good news. The hard news is it's a very tough temporary situation, right? It doesn't make it any easier. I agree with Ken wholeheartedly. The people that love you are the people who want to help you, and you have to ask yourself, if a close friend of mine were in the same situation, you would almost be hurt that they kept it from you, right? Because you want to help, and so you have to remember that people have a heart like that. Yeah, I'm with Ken. I think you almost basically covered it.
Okay.
Find a rental that's from a human being, not from a corporation or an agency. People who can go, hey, I know you. I'm looking at you. I see your situation. I believe you'll pay me, as opposed to trying to go to apartment complexes or, like I said, ones that are owned by big conglomerations. On
the other side of this, have you learned how to budget? Do you have, I know you're familiar with our materials, but how can we bless you today?
I'm working on learning it. I did. I purchased Every Dollar Premium last month, and I'm trying to work on that.
Good.
Yes, and more importantly, I've learned what the problem was, that I just wasn't budgeting.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's hit home to hear all of you, but especially Dave and Mini Makeover, that I'm just not even watching my money, so it's leaving and I don't know where it went.
Did you say you have 6 kids?
I do.
That's what I thought. How old are you?
I will be 40 next week.
Okay. And I don't normally ask a lady her age, but there was a reason that I asked. I want to leave you with this. I've already gave you the pep talk on shame and forgiveness, but I want to remind you that I don't think there's a tougher organism on the planet than a single mom. And you have already made it a long way. At the age of 40 with 6 kids, you've already proven to everybody who knows you that you're tough as nails. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hear me. You can do this. I love that you were so honest and vulnerable with us to say, hey, I know what the problem is, Jade and Ken. I just didn't budget. Well, guess what? That's something that's forgivable. And you can learn that. And now you were just trying to hang on to survive, and you didn't know how to budget. Now you know how to budget. You're getting better at it. You're going to keep getting better at it. And when you get through this storm, you're going to come out on the other side. And I'm not saying you won't have tough days ahead, but you won't have to go backwards financially. There's no way I'm betting against you, Sarah. No chance. You got me?
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing you wouldn't do for those kids. Am I right?
No, nothing.
All right. So shoulders back, head up, forgive yourself. No shame in your game, mama. And we got 6 kids that we got to take care of. One who specifically needs you. So you got to take care of you during this season. Get safe, get stable. You'll come out on the other side of this and you're going to be fine. And your kids are going to talk about how great a mama you were too. So hold on to that. And we're here for you. Call back at any time. You got me?
Yep. Thank you.
All right. Head up. Shoulders back.
Why Refi refinances delinquent private student loans for struggling borrowers. Learn more at yrefy.com/Ramsey. Allison's with us in Tampa, Florida. Hey, Allison, what's up?
Hi. Pleasure to be speaking with you today. I'm calling because I think I made the worst financial decision of my life.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I am trying to get out of my timeshare.
Oh, you did. Oh, you made a horrible decision.
I know.
It's legalized fraud. Oh, where did you buy a timeshare?
Like what state?
Yeah.
Or what company?
Where? Well,
I bought it in California.
In California. What company?
It's Wealth Financial.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh, how long ago did you buy it?
21.
Wow. Just had a weak moment, huh?
Yeah. And, my fiance and I are just now trying to save for our first home. So it's really just like
you
to
still owe money on this thing?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not kidding you.
And I've really tried. I tried everything, contacting them. They have reiterated to me many times they have no deed buyback programs, and I cannot sell or transfer the loan to anyone until the loan is fully paid off.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a horrible, horrible industry. It's just the worst. Like I got the 2 calls
feel
back
like
to back. I got
sold
whole
my
life. I got
soul.
whole life call, and the next call has to be about payday lenders. I mean, this is like the whole life to timeshare to payday lenders.
We're gonna have
my
to
God.
get his blood pressure machine in here.
Oh man,
It's
I'm so
getting
sorry.
Unhealthy.
Yeah, you're just. How much do you owe on the stinking thing?
Yeah, about $14K.
Oh my gosh. So what'd you do? Go out there and stay like for free, and they put you in a room and wouldn't let you out till you bought, or how'd that work?
No, we were at an amusement park and they, offered us a free vacation, which we got, whether or not we wanted to buy. And I told him, like, my boyfriend at the time, we're not going to do anything. The guy obviously was very good at his job. He had made a lot of promises that I'm realizing aren't even true. Like, for example, if you book with one of their partners, then you get a free week every time you book with them. So we went ahead and booked the end of September. Come to realize now we don't get that free week because they're not with that company anymore. Things like that.
Oh, so this is called a fraudulent inducement. Yeah, he told you a lie to get you to buy. So here's what you do, and I don't know if this will work, but it's the only shot you got, okay?
Okay.
Getting out of these things is very difficult. You stepped into a bear trap, and it got you on the leg, and getting out of it by yourself, it's hard. It's very hard, and even with help, getting out of it's very hard. It's a nasty, filthy business, as you've already discovered,
Yeah,
right?
and I have heard of the timeshare exit team.
They're
and
gone. They're
other
gone. They got run out of
similar
business. They got run
companies.
out of business by the
I
Washington
haven't heard
Attorney
that they're
General
all, so
and
I
by
don't
the
even wanna go up that avenue.
Yeah, they're horrible. I mean, it was a horrible mess. They did a good job. They got 20,000 people out, but they got run out of business by the timeshare business. The legal bills. They got sued 60,000 different ways, and then the timeshare business got the Washington Attorney General after them, and it was just a disaster. But for a while, that was a good avenue. There is a couple of groups that are still open doing exits that are legitimate groups. They're legitimate companies that do exits, but the exit, even using one of these people, is very difficult. Okay, so no guarantees, and they're not. It's not an endorsement. They don't work for me. They don't. They don't pay me or anything like that. There's a company called the Newton Group, and they've actually been helping some of the timeshare exit customers that didn't get help because timeshare went out of business. They're trying to help some of them too. But the Newton Group at timesharetruth.com. And they've been here to our offices. We've met with them. I met with Mr. Newton and with several of the lawyers that are on his staff. They're good people, but they will look at you in the face and say, getting out of these things is very difficult, but sometimes they're able to pull it off. But no promises. But that's what I tell you, timesharetruth.com, the Newton Group. And
Okay.
that's the best thing I can give you. And other than that, just yell at the entire world. Don't ever go to a timeshare presentation under any circumstances. There's no reason. There's no free vacation that's worth putting up with this crap. These are low-class human beings. It's a low-class business. It's nasty. It's filthy. They lie. It's legalized fraud. Have I been unclear, Ken?
Well, Dave, I was going to ask you to expound on that thought a little bit. I don't think you've covered it from enough angles, quite frankly. But I don't want to criticize.
I hate the timeshare business.
Yeah.
Because they screw people. And
Now-
I just can't stand when the consumer's getting messed over. It makes me mad.
So what if she can't get out of this?
She's going to write a check.
She has to pay it.
$14,000, and then
And
she's the
then-
proud owner, and then the stupid maintenance fees are going to go up every year.
Right. And then can she sell it?
It's like a disease you can't get rid of.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You can't. They're for sale on eBay for $1.
Ooh,
Nobody
really?
wants them
Ah.
because you get the maintenance fees, and the maintenance fees go up every year. Because these companies are just straight up scum. It's just awful. I mean, all of them are engaged in it. It's just, please, people, never go into the tiger cage. That's what I call when you go in for the sales presentation.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like,
The
I've
tiger has
experienced
not
that.
been fed in 4 days.
Yeah.
But if you can sit in the tiger cage and not get eaten
Yeah.
for 2 hours, we'll give you a free Disney vacation.
Yeah.
We'll let you go to the water park for free if you can sit with the tiger and not get eaten. And he's very hungry, though, we will tell you. And you sit in there with the tiger. Don't go in the tiger
Yeah,
cage.
they're going to win. Every
Don't
time.
go in.
They beat you down.
What do you think you are, Tiger King? Stay out of there, man. It's just, don't do it. Stay away from the tiger. Stinking guy will eat you, man. It's unbelievable.
We should do a hidden camera thing where we put hidden camera on me and let me be the most obnoxious question asker. Every time they put them, I throw a question back and we just keep messing. I could do it. It would be hysterical.
Yeah,
be a big hit, Dave. I go in totally mic'd up, hidden camera.
You would actually be the best Ramsey personality at being obnoxious.
I drive. Thank you, Dave. That means a lot. That's like the line from Christmas Vacation where he says,
"Can you see? All right, do you send George Camel in there?
No, me. It's me.
Do you send Deloney in there? No, he would already be psychoanalyzing.
He would have
before you
fallen
could get
for
out
it and be hugging everybody.
Yeah. And Rachel would make everybody their friend. I mean, you or me, we're the only two that are left.
We have the spiritual gift of confrontation.
That's it. Well, no, we just stir up crap.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay.
And so just bugging him and driving him nuts to watch the guy need an antacid by the time I'm done with him.
Yeah.
You know, totally. Because here's what they do. What they do is it's high pressure and they make you feel guilty.
Don't you
for
love your
taking
family?
Their freebie.
Don't you love your family?
Yeah. Right.
You don't love your family?
Well, not apparently as much as you do.
Don't you love your family?
Oh, I would thrive in that environment. I would love that. It would be so good to expose the high pressure.
Ken as the investigative reporter.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I may do that. Oh,
I don't know.
Because there's a couple of these guys that I owe them one or two right now. I owe them a couple of licks back. I've bloodied their noses a bunch of times, but I'm not done yet.
You're not?
No.
Off the top ropes?
I hate those guys.
Little Jimmy Superfly Snuka from the old days?
Dave
with the body slam?
Because you know who it is they take advantage of? You know who it is they take advantage of? It's old people most of the time.
A lot,
The
yes.
vast majority of these people get screwed with timeshares are the elderly.
Yeah.
They load them up from nursing homes, put them on buses, and take them to presentations.
Oh, yeah. But they also prey on people who actually are broke. And what they do is they put a twinkle in their eye and they make them feel like they can experience what the better half is living with.
The other half.
I'm telling you, it is an absolute manipulation, too, for folks like that.
I wonder what the poor people are doing.
Yeah, it's like, hey, for a really good price, you can live like everyone else. Yeah, you see what's going on there, right?
Yeah, it's FOMO,
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and if you loved your family, you'd spend time with them on vacation. We don't guilt trip here, but I just want you to know, are you a good father? I just want to know, do you love your kids?
Do you really think that works?
Do you love
How
your kids?
simple-minded do you think I am? That's awful.
Wait a minute, you don't love your children? Come
No.
on. You look like a man that loves his children. I mean, you have to buy a timeshare to prove it.